You know, when you say you're going to have a joint replaced, knee, hip, whatever, it's interesting that people really never ask you what's the cause. Well, a lot of people automatically assume it's some sort of arthritis or something like that. But what caused the arthritis? So let's get into that. Because about 20 plus years ago, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. And I, indeed, know exactly what caused it. At the time, I was a full-time working mom in corporate America, just, doing the everyday grind like everybody else, trying to climb that corporate ladder. And, when things get busy, especially as moms, we kind of really don't do a lot of self-care. Let's be real. Moms have a tendency to put everyone before themselves. So here we are, 20 plus years ago. I'm working in corporate America. I have two daughters in elementary school, and things are going great. I'm married, and things are going great. I had just a minor, what I thought was a cold. It really seemed like just a minor cold. I didn't think much of it. It continued to get worse, and it got worse to the point where I actually started having a tremendous amount of nosebleeds. Well, 2 days in a row, because obviously I went to the doctor right after that, and he told me that I had a sinus infection. So he gave me an antibiotic for it. Great. Took the antibiotic, went on my way. Thought everything was great. Then, like most moms, my girls came to me one night and said, "Hey, we need 7 zillion cookies for a class thing tomorrow." And I was like, "Okay, cool, no problem. I got this," right? So we start mixing things up, and I remember this so clearly in my mind. I am stirring the cookie batter, and my hands literally froze up with the most intense pain I've ever experienced in my life. I couldn't move my hands. They were painful, and I was very scared. Well, long story short, went back to the doctor, told me that the sinus infection had really run rapid through my body and that I needed to be on a macro antibiotic, something that's just gonna just kill it all, just get rid of all that germs and all that. So I thought, great, let's do it. So I get on that and things are going well. I thought they were going well. And then I hit that wall where that pain came back. And not only in my hands, but it is now in other joints. And it's affecting my ability to walk even. So I was told that I should see a rheumatologist. And that I did. And the day that I walked into that rheumatologist's office, he said, "I will take the test because I'm a professional and that's what I'm supposed to do. But I can tell by the way that you walked in here that I believe you have some sort of arthritis. It's either osteo or rheumatoid. And unfortunately, rheumatoid and osteoarthritis run in my family." Well, after several rounds of tests, it was clear I had rheumatoid arthritis, and I started on various medications. But even with these various medications, my health deteriorated. It deteriorated to the point where I literally had an electric scooter on the back of my cart because I could not walk long distances. Well, as the disease progressed, and I mean it really progressed, it seemed rapidly, the medications were working somewhat to manage some of the pain, but it was still very difficult. And I had to give up my career because I could no longer perform the duties required. And it seemed like over the course of the following years, I took almost every medication known to man, either via infusion or pills or injections. It was just all kinds of things. But sometimes they worked to help alleviate the pain and went well, and sometimes they didn't. And if they did work, they worked for a period of maybe a couple of years, and then they stopped working. And then came the joint replacements. 2012, we had my left knee done, and you know the story after that. The bottom line is this, and I hope this helps someone out there. Most diseases are caused or related to stress. And I'm not talking about post-traumatic stress disorder, which I understand is very, very serious. I'm talking about your day-to-day stress, that you have to manage the day-to-day stress. My stress levels at that time were off the charts with all the activities I had going on. I didn't take care of myself the way I should. I should have got in right away on that sinus infection once I knew it wasn't a cold. I should have taken care of it, but I didn't. And as a result, that sinus infection attacked my whole body, creating the perfect atmosphere for rheumatoid arthritis to strike. And strike it did. So here I am, 4 joint replacements later, and I want to tell you, self-care is more than just self-care. It's everything. You have got to take care of yourself, number one, in order to take care of others. I know you've heard it before, but I'm here to tell you, you've got to do that, and you've got to manage your stress, because those two things can literally deter your life in a way that you never imagined. But here I am, many, many years later, 4 joint replacements later, and I can tell you, life is good. Life is great. Would I have chosen it to be a different route? Perhaps. Would I have liked to have been pain-free all those many, many, many years of enduring incredible pain? Of course I wouldn't want to do that again. But here's the thing. This is what I learned from it. And I'm hoping that by telling you to manage your stress and to take care of yourself, that maybe someone else out there won't have to have one of those 80+ diseases that are caused by stress. Or maybe I should say not caused by stress, but very much so associated with stress. So my friends, please, when I say this, I truly mean it. Be happy, be well, and be blessed. Bye-bye.